Oh yeah, smooth. Hey there, how you guys doing? This is your boy Famous Kid Video Game Entertainment, and I am here to bring you a transformation that I wanted to do for this Game Boy Advance. Now, I recently bought this, and I had got it for cheap. I got it for a little bit lower than what it's supposed to be. Usually, like from what how they be selling them now. Before we go any further, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. Click on like and subscribe. It's always a big help. Gonna tell you a little history a little bit. I used to have a Game Boy Advance years ago. First came out, I bought it first came out, and I had it for years. It got weathered, it got messed up, and years later, I decided I had one of my good friends. It was his birthday, and he wanted a Game Boy Advance. I was starting to do my collecting and stuff like that. But I had this for a while because I had the Game Boy, the SP. I had the Game Boy Advance SP. So I decided to go ahead and just order a shell case for him, and I modded it to like change out the shells, and I gave it to him for his birthday. And years later, I decided I wanted, I was noticing that the price of the Game Boy Advance started to go up. So I decided I wanted to get another Game Boy Advance back. Even though I have the other one, I wanted to get it. So, so at the same time, I decided to go ahead and I found this one, which for a little bit cheaper than the competition because they start going up. And I picked this one up. I didn't want to go ahead and put a backlight on this particular model because I already got the SP. So I didn't want to, take away from what I usually be playing. And also stay tuned for after the video, and I'm gonna show you how I really play. So I picked this shell case up, and I'd leave a link in the description in case you guys want to do your own mod for your own Game Boy and you want to change out the case for yours. And I love this color. I was just like, this color is really nice. It's like, it's mixed in with this bluish and other colors up on it and stuff like that. And I really like this color. I was just like, oh yeah, I love it. But also it also came with, the buttons and everything, but I didn't want those standard buttons, so, I just, with everything else I needed, I was like really happy. So I went back on there and I decided to go ahead and get, another color, different color buttons, and another color, because I wanted to kind of make it stand out, so I decided to go ahead and I hopped back on it, and I picked up this. And this one's like a reddish color. I really love this color. I thought it was like really cool when I saw it, and I was just like, I was telling my wife, I was like, having it like this two-tone color, it would just make it fun, and as me, I just pretty much want to just have it as a collector's item, but I wanted to make sure it's still functional, just in case I would, show my kids or something like that, and show them a little bit of nostalgia stuff that's that's out there and stuff like that. So so I'm gonna let's get started. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna be speeding up the video, stuff like that. You could follow my pace of what I'm doing, and that way you guys can, like, if you guys want to decide to go ahead and switch out your case and do this, you could just follow this video. I'm going to be talking every now and then, so that way you guys can just see the video. But without further ado, I'm just gonna let you guys kind of like relax and watch and just show you this transformation. As you can see, I also made sure I got my own tools. It comes with tools, but I wanted to make sure I have my own. And this is like my set that I usually use. I really love it. So, it's been working out for me when it comes down to doing these devices. As you can see, I got the shell open, so it took time. So just to let you guys know, there's two types of screws. So you got the tri screw that you have up in there, and there's also the regular Phillips that's at the bottom. So make sure you guys make sure you keep watch of that. So but also the tools usually comes with the you know what I'm saying, with the shell and stuff like that. So I have to go ahead to try to take off all the buttons. I like to do it slowly in a certain pace. So as you can see, there's two more screws right here that holds the board inside. Make sure you try to be delicate as you lift it off, and there's also a ribbon right there. Make sure you lift that off, and there's two sides if you use your tweezers, and just kind of like, you know what I'm saying, just kind of just pull it gently, but you can give it a little bit of force, but not too much. Okay, just make sure you just don't do too much. You know what I'm saying? Take your time taking out the ribbon and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to ruin it, you know. Now it's safely able to take the board off, which is good. So now I'd like to take off all the buttons, because we're practically gonna change this up. And me, I'm a type of person that tries to copy exactly the way the other one is, so that way I don't kind of screw up. Now to get the screen off, you just kind of got to give it a little bit of bend, Don't ruin the screen. Just keep on going around. Just take your time. Go around until you start to get really loose. Then at that point, all you have to do is use the tweezers, not too far in, and just kind of just give it a little pull back. It's not too bad. Just kind of pull it back just a little bit. Take your time. And then once you get to that bottom, don't try to rip it. Just kind of give it just a nice little pull. There's the sticker. Now, in some cases, you can go ahead and use the sticker, the original sticker that's on there, if it's still adhesive, it's still good. But me, I'm just gonna go ahead and use what's in the package. So that's what I'm gonna pretty much do. And also, if you want to, you could lower your side button, your side things on, so that we can just you know what I'm saying, insert those. It's like a puzzle. You know what I'm saying? And don't feel like it's just like it's too complex. It's not that bad. It's just follow everything that you see from the other ones, and you'll be just fine. And also those two pieces right there, they come with two steel pieces, so you can replace those, or you go with the original ones that goes on there, and you can just kind of, but me, I'm just using all the new parts, so you know. And now I'm going ahead and I'm just gonna replace the sticker around it. As you notice, it's like in some cases it's not even like that size, but it's still gonna work. It shouldn't be gonna be too much of a problem, because as long as it's adhesive there, I should be just fine by putting, you know what I'm saying, by putting the screen on there. I wanted to make sure that, you know what I'm saying, also as you put it in, make sure you check the screen and make sure you got it in place. So don't forget your little light button that's on the other one. Just kind of pull it off the other one, but they do have a new one though. I like to use the old one in some cases, so that's just me. Kind of gently place your buttons back on. Don't forget, and these things is like puzzles. So if you follow along, you should be able to slide those buttons in, and they should come in perfectly, because they like little puzzles. So don't forget your start and select. Make sure you just stick that on there, okay? And all of a sudden you see little holes that should hold in right in place. So now we can go ahead and like slip the board on there. Make sure your ribbon is out, so before you do it. Insert your screws, find your screws, and I usually like to put them on the side to let me know which ones that I'm putting in. So there we go. And we just gonna slip that ribbon cable back, and just like I say, I use like just tweezers, and I kind of just like to push it back in, you know, not too hard, not too, you know, just taking my time right there, you know, just taking my time and just slipping it in right there, you know. Now we're gonna put that start And we're gonna put the power button right there, just to slide that on. It's just to slide right on. If you make sure you mounted that board back up in there, screwed it back on, you shouldn't have no problem putting that start button right there. I mean that power button right back on. So all right, so I wanted to make sure that it fits on there when no problem. So that's what I did. So now I can go ahead and put the battery parts onto the onto the back of the shell case. So, and me, I just like to copy exactly the way the back is, so that way they had a covering back there. Make sure you grab those screws off of there. Just said it comes with new screws, but I just like to just use the original ones. It's just way more better, because you know which one is which. Now it's time for me to slap that backboard up on there pretty soon, but I wanted to kind of slide this inside my springs on the thing, so it can hold that battery in place. Without that, you can't put that battery up on there. Now you could push it down with your finger, but I just wanted to just kind of make sure that it was pushed down there and clipped in properly. Okay, now I'm just starting to put the screws back. And everything is fitting really nice and snug. Don't forget that bottom screw down there, that's supposed to be just a regular Phillips, and your rest of your screws going back as the tri screw. So I don't know what you call those screws, but but yeah, just the tri. All right, let's get that front board on there. Just get that front screen on there. Make sure you just wipe off the debris before you put that on there, so we don't have nothing going on. So I'm gonna just use their new sticker, just give it like a clean look. I don't know if I could put it in place right, but okay, that's just just a little something. There we go. All right. So now we got it good. Let's just go ahead and pop the batteries in and make sure everything's gonna come on. And I forgot to turn it off, but but because I was just moving around the power button, so automatically as I put it on, it just came on. So obviously everything's working apart. So now we could just go ahead and just and power this on, and you can see how it looks. It looks really good. Love it. Make sure everything's working. Now let's go ahead and it looks really good. Got my Mega Man and bass, or you can call it bass, whatever you guys want to call it. But yeah, but you notice that it doesn't have that backlight. I wanted to keep it original, so I just bought this little backlight thing going on. It doesn't brighten up anything too much, but at that same time, like I said, I wanted to keep that whole nostalgia look, and just that that struggle back in the day of that, and I could just go ahead and put that backlight on there, but I was just like, no, I just want to enjoy it, and not only that, to show my kids and how it was like how games was like back then, that you had to actually sit in the light just to go ahead and play these games. So I turned off the light so that way it could show good and play a little bit. But since I still have a little light on so you guys could see, I had to like switch it up a little bit. But at the same time, I love it. It's just the controls feels good, it feels nice and everything. I love the red buttons. It's nice, they're responsive, they work really well, really well. Just in there playing it for a second, but so I wanted to kind of get back up on this so I can show you guys. But yeah, this looks really good. All right, now that I got everything cleaned up, I just wanted to just kind of show you guys how this looks. This is really nice. I love it. It feels like that Superman type of color. It's really nice. What do you guys think? I like it. I really do. I like the way it shines in the light. It's really nice. But and I got my little trusty light. It's not that good, but you know what? It's just so cool. But you know what? I'm gonna put this to the side because I'm gonna show you guys how I game. Check this out. Oh yeah. Bam. Yes, this is how I use the game. Yes. And yes, I just and I love it. This is my go-to when I'm playing a game. But I don't want to show you here. Check out the video I got right here to the side for you guys to check out, and now we'll get more in depth up into this device. All right, you guys, thank you guys for chilling, watching, and from Gamer to Gamer, peace out, you guys.